Alrighty, we are starting a new series. I have way too many games. Games galore in my Steam library. So, to actually play them, because I have probably more than half of them I have not played, we are going to do a new series. I'm going to go down the list of my Steam library. We're going to play, even if I've played it already, we are going to play it. Even if it's been played on stream before, gonna play it. Gotta go in order. Obviously, there's some games I might not be able to do, whether their servers aren't functioning anymore, or it's a party game and I just can't get anyone to play it. If it's a party game, it goes onto a separate list. We will get to it eventually if we have to skip it. We're trying not to. All right. We're going to try our best not to skip any. Just some of them, I just know people don't have. It'll be hard to get a group together. But we will try, even if it takes a group. But those will go on to is it. We're going on to just the unsorted list, because I have two lists in my Steam library. I have the favorites, which are only like 14 games or so, and I have the unsorted, which is the rest of it. We are going to do the unsorted first, and at the end we'll play whatever's in my favorites at the time. Obviously, this is going to take me forever. It's going to take me so goddamn long to go through this list, especially because I'm going to try. Now, hear me out. Some of these games are probably terrible. So, we're going to try to do a game per stream that we do, not multiple games. Even if it's a small game, the way this is going to work is we're going to play it. If we end up beating the game, stream will just like end there, or unless it has multiple endings kind of thing. Most of these games we are not going to beat. We're simply just going to play through it. Probably around 2 hours, depends on how into it we get. Some games will obviously be longer. Like we will eventually probably play Spire. Play Spire will take, depending on how the run goes, much longer. That's one of the ones where we'll probably do multiple runs. Today, we're playing the first game on our list, because it's the only one that starts with a number, Nine Kings. Probably never heard of it. I never heard of this before I got the game. It was cool, it was on sale, and I have a spending problem. So, here we go. It's a cool little game. It's got a nice little pixely art. And let's see if we can pull this up. It worked. Hopefully. Ah, there we go. Yeah. We're just gonna start straight into it. There's a couple modes, like you can play single player, multiplayer, or quests. I don't really have much experience doing the multiplayer or the quests in this game, so I don't know how those works. So we're just gonna play single player. Although this is a solo stream, so it's just me. Ooh, I'll just make sure. Yep, awesome. I played this game a bit on my own. Some of these games I've never played, some of them I have played. I got this game, I played it a little bit, I like it. It's a lot of fun. I've unlocked these two characters, I think. Maybe the nomads, but I kind of bounce around who I use. Honestly, I haven't had one specific be like the end all be all. But I might have unlocked all the ones. I think whatever. This is the starting king of nothing. So we're gonna play with that one first. However long the run goes, we'll do that. We could go to higher difficulty. Yeah, screw it. Why not? We'll do a higher difficulty. Yeah, we played that guy as well. So, all right. I'm not gonna play with any perks, simply because just getting the raw like base game is fun. I'm probably need perks in higher difficulties, but this is like level 2, so I'm not too worried, but we'll see if that is something I come to regret. So essentially this game works, you get cards. These cards are a multitude of different things. Right now, we have actually pretty good starting hand for showing off some of this stuff. This, which is an enchantment, it allows you to place it on a troop. You might get perks or whatever that allow you to place it on towers, but right now this one really only works for troops. This is a troop. Pretty basic. Place them down, and then that will be a troop that gets spawned in every time we go. Every year is this game's like round. And then there's the base. You can only place one of these, but it gives you an ability, hurl a stone projectile at your enemies. Basic stuff. The way this game works, though, is you start out with 3 cards. When you place your base, I guess, of 4. But you start out with 3 cards, usually a random mix. You can only play 1. So you have 3 cards, and you play 1, it starts the next round. You'll always have like 2 cards in your in the backlog, unless a boss comes up, which we'll get into later if we make it to that point. But right now, I honestly am going to upgrade this tower. Towers can be upgraded, like every place can be upgraded to allow for increased stats, damage, whatnot. Like this will. When you defeat an enemy king's troops, you typically get to pick from your loot, which is their cards. So they have, each king has a deck, you can choose from those. So we just defeated the King of Greed. As you can see, we have their golden cards here, and this is what we get to choose from. This is pretty useful, but we don't have any troops at the moment other than the archers, though I might end up placing them anyway, so we could do that. We can also grab these guys if we wanted, but we're not really going for a gold kind of thing at the moment, so mercenary is probably not the best choice for us. We could also get our castle to level 3. We'll get it at the highest level it can be for now. There will be eventual enchantments and stuff that can allow us to get past that, but for now we could do that. We also reroll, but I think, well, we can't. We don't have any money for it. I think we're going to do this just for the lulz. So we'll have a max level tower here. Got a killer rare. We got some King of Progress here. You can see the troop amounts in the corner, by the way. Just making sure I couldn't do that. All right. And some good ones. This is nice if you continue to fight them. Pretty good to grab. Defenders are really good tank for early game there. These are not, I mean, they're good, they're just not what we want at the moment. I think we're going to take these. Skill tank. The card on the target plot will level up in the year of prophecy. That's not bad. So, I'm not sure how that works. Anything on those plots will level up. So, if we wanted to put like our archer there, they'd eventually level up when we get to year 9, I think it said. So, technically we could put them in both spots here. But we might want to save this middle spot for an upgrade thing and put our troops around like that. And I think we're gonna do just that. We're gonna put our archers there. So we'll finally put down some troops here. King of Greed again. There we go. I bought. Vault's pretty good for getting us some gold in the early game. So you'll see it numbers on our towers. That's how much damage it did. This is good to just have. And we're schmoving. This is pretty cool to have sometimes. Rats are great for us actually at the moment because we just got something. Scout towers now give plus 2% damage to adjacent plots, and blacksmiths now shoot arrow projectiles. That's pretty nice to have. 7 to 50% increase the attack speed of your towers by 50%. These two are pretty nice to have. I'm gonna grab this one because I kind of just like to take the perk, the specific perks or diplomacies or whatever they're called for that deck, and that's usually color coded. So we got that. Lab rats. We're gonna place those down. So the way the rats work is they level up every time an adjacent plot levels up with no maximum. This also has no maximum, and it levels up with like the gold it produces. So we'll constantly just be leveling the two, which will be nice for us to have just an upgraded unit. Though rats aren't the strongest unit, obviously. But there are cards later down the line that synergize with this that allow you to like destroy this plot, and for every level it has, you gain X amount of gold. That will give us large amounts if we have an early game rat setup like we have now. Thieves are always good. Destroy target plot. 30 creates level heads. Like, yeah, see, like that. That's what exactly we were talking about. Like, that will go really well with a rat later on. But I think we're gonna take this. I think we want to place our big boys there. We got our Rebellion. So the Rebellion is just the same deck you're using. And I think we had the verse the whole time. So, but yeah, Rebellions will just constantly be like the king of nothing deck. So they'll only have these troops here. I do love some of these. I like doing soldiers. And then, alright, and we've reached the shop. So shops, I can't buy anything more. They're expensive. That's really kind of how it works. Why are there 2 rerolls? Whatever. The Jack of Arms sells like troops. There's one that sells towers and stuff, but typically that's how you're gonna get more cards other than like specific cards. Oh, wait. Yeah, we also have King Greed neck. Place down our troops there, I think, and we'll just level them to level 2 here. Now, one of the cards that was present in our last draw was the farm. Definitely want the farm. That will be really big for us, especially with these guys. I like taking overinvest, which is good, get stat increases, but gains 1% damage for each new unit. If we can get an early farm to constantly, because a farm provides one additional unit, so we can just continually get more and more troops. And like you just need that for the later game. The troop amounts get so large that it's like just necessary. One of the things that I want to put Steel Coat on these guys for our front line. Steel Coat negates the first damage they take, so always good to have. Try to hit the biggest clumps here with our tower, our base. It looks like our melee units have broke through with much less casualties, so win there. This is always good. Adds 2% damage to adjacent plots. This is another contender for us putting in the middle. It would be good. Ooh, if we could get a paladin, put that next to it. Very good. We'll grab that for now, just to get it. We can wage war against somebody. We kind of want King of Nature. Ooh, both of them have some pretty good cards. The King of Time could be a little tricky to go against, and King of Nature as well. But the King of Nature has a lot of. It has a Forest card that gives us an HP boost, which is just lovely to have to make our front lines tankier, especially if we're going to be boosting that group of knights to have a high damage. Or even with the paladins boosting, the paladins' tankiness is always a plus. I'm not really too familiar with the King Times cards though, so it could be better for us, and I just messed up there, but who knows. Okay. And I want to put this. Yeah, probably put it on them. Fours. But they don't really utilize them very well, so we should be good. Their archers in the back are very annoying. They target the farthest away enemies, so can be. I just see force is good. Propagate very good. I like the cards. This one is mid, but we're gonna take. I think. Let's see here. We want to place the blacksmith, so probably gonna place the blacksmith like here. We're gonna have to destroy this plot and place paladins there, but we need to get paladins first, and then place. We want to place the farm in the middle, right? So, or maybe not. Maybe we'll place a farm here just to affect these two, because we don't need it as much for this. Even though it would be nice to have just for the rats as well, because they, as much as they continually level up. It's very nice. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Farm or blacksmith. Farm blacksmith. Or maybe put a blacksmith there. Affect everything. Have the farm just affect these two. Put HP there. I don't know. The HP isn't as good for the archers necessarily. I mean, it'd be good for going against the no. We'll make sure we place something there. I think we're gonna honestly place this. I think just that might be our better choice for in the middle. We'll just get that pure damage bonus. I do like having more troops, so it's just a very nice bonus. I just think it might be more useful for us at the moment to get our front line here. To get that damage bonus on everything instead of just our knights and our front line. It's pretty nice. We're actually gonna re-roll here. Ooh, I think this one is we're gonna take. All of our things upgraded there, so, and I again upgraded our rats an additional time, so we like that. I think we're gonna overinvest just to, is that what we want to play? No, I think we'll place our forest right now. I think that's pretty good. I think we want to place that last plot we're gonna save for the farm. Keep hitting the people here. Try to get our front line through. Yeah, those elven archers, they do a lot of damage. They hurt the back line a good amount. Just constantly gotta bright them with our castle. This is a really cool one, actually. It makes like mushrooms on the side of the field, and those will be like just little turrets that will last permanently. Very good. Elven Arch is very good as well. Force is nice for if we want to upgrade it. With the Force, the way that works is like every time you up the Force, the Smith, and the Farm will all work the same way, where it will proc for each level it has. So if it's 2% HP, but if it's level 3, that's 2%, 2%, 2% again. So those are always nice to do. We could do that. I kind of am looking for something else though. Let's see if we can get propagate. Propagate, very good for us, especially because we can do this, and that should give a good amount of damage bonus as well. Let's break through this front line here. You see those zeros, that's steel work, or steel coats going into play. We're taking some casualties down the front there from all those archer fire. Better damage a little bit. There we go. There we go, there's our paladins. Gives you +1 wild card for each of the plot you have. I only had one, unfortunately, but we can do this. Yeah. That ended up leveling up our rats as well, actually, which is pretty nice. So this is pretty much the game. Just constant rounds, go through it this way. I don't know, it's refreshing. It's just enjoyable to go through. You do some wacky builds. I had a build doing the boars that I was talking about before. They're technically like a mount, so you can have troops that jump on it and then get benefits. I was just using them pretty much, and I just had them uber health, and it worked actually pretty well. I think we got into like beat the round plus went on further. It's like one of the things you can do. Ooh, we got quite a lot of vestiments we can do here. I might level up our. I'm gonna level up these guys. Just get them up like there a little bit because we just put them in, so they're a little late to the game with all the bonuses from damage and stuff. King of Nature again. Wage war with him has been prosperous for us, that is for sure. We can need some procreate. I think that's fine. Kind of want to go for these. These typically give you like cards, so perfect. I think I want to do Steel Coat. Steel Coat is just one of the better cards for us right now. Definitely want to put it on those guys. So we're gonna invest in that, or do we? Could propagate them just to get more, but I want to. Sorry, procreate. I want to procreate in soldiers though, because soldiers get a bonus from that. And every bonus we can get is bonus we want, so. Yeah, you can see the numbers starting to get up there, though. They have 74 troops. We're keeping up somewhat with the procreates we've done. But if we don't get that farm soon, it's gonna be hard to keep up with the numbers. This is nice for us. We're gonna take this. I think we're gonna do. Yeah, we'll do that. Here's our chance. Hopefully we can get a farm from these guys and get that up and running. Should have dealt significant damage to that front line with that last boulder, so guess there we go. Yes, perfect. We're doing pretty swell right now. Want another steel coat. I'm gonna throw it on our archers there just so they don't get wiped out. I like to kind of spread the steel coat around. Just so it's not as damaging when I do wide area attacks. Jack of Rainbow, very dangerous enemy. Has a good amount of more troops than us. We're gonna make sure we're constantly hitting them with our barrages here. You can speed up everything. I kind of like to take it a little slower, just for the sake of the power shots. Sometimes if you speed it up, like balloons, where you'll, kind of lose it all. Like it's troop that proliferating troop that multiplies itself onto one empty adjacent plot every year. Increases target's movement speed by 200%. I think we can go with the 200% one. I haven't actually seen that one haste before, so I'm gonna take that. I think we'll do that on our soldiers. I'm tempted to put it on the rats. I'm not gonna lie, but we're gonna put it on the soldiers here. Ooh, seems they had some people run straight into our backline there. Oh, this is the King Greed, yeah. So King Greed has the assassins or I think they're called thieves. They jump into your backline. Give him Midas touch. Ooh, okay. So here's towers. This is very interesting. There's farm. Wanna grab that. What's our level? Is this at? It's level 1. Definitely want to grab another. That. I think we're gonna re-roll here, see if we can get anything good. I think our blacksmith is level 3. Yes, it is. Get a wall, which isn't bad. Place that in. We can place that just like back here because we do have an extra plot there. We do have a good amount of things built, so we could try to re-roll again. Ooh, never mind, we can't. Cause, yeah, we could, but we'd be out of money. I think we're just honestly gonna be good for now. This is decent, but I think we're alright. Okay. I think we're gonna want to place put that in there. Place our farm down. We might as well. I want to do an overinvest in our soldiers again. Probably better used on paladins because they get stat bonuses, but same thing. We want our soldiers to be as good as possible, especially if they're going to be the front line soon. Especially with that speed boost. That's good here. Here can be mounted adjacent troops. For each HP, it has increased rider stats by 1%. So like I boosted the forester's HP like crazy. Yeah. So we can see we're at 54 troops of just the soldiers alone. I have a lot of rats. They're doing some good damage to us. This might be our first loss. To be fair, they have double our troops. I want to get rid of these soldiers in the back. They're really causing us damage. Yeah, I think we're going to take a loss here. We had 3 lives, so it's not the end, but definitely a staggering blow to have a loss this early. Yeah, even if all your troops die, you just need to prevent them from hitting the castle. Yeah, see, we lost one of our lives there. They're level 3. So we either want a paladin or an archer. We'll get that archer, we just need a little more damage. All troops gain 3 stack of steel coat is great for us. Definitely gonna take that. Put this on them. Give them some healing of their own. Okay, let's try this again on King of Greed now. Alright, there we go. Get Midas touch. We're not too interested really in the other buildings that were available. So we definitely want to get those archers up. Let's see what we can do with this rebellion. Yes, already the enemies are having like double our troops, so we really gotta be getting. We really want more farms out of this to increase the number that we're getting for our soldiers. Some heavy losses. There's just so many archers in this backline. We can take care of the archers. I think we can push past their main defense there. Yeah, gather up, gather up, gather up. Perfect. Yeah, there we go. Turn the tides. Perfect. Alright, yep. We like seeing that. We want to make peace with King Progress, so that people beat us, and also their cards aren't really the best for us right now. Not what we're looking for. These archers are tanky. It's not bad to grab that. I think we are gonna grab that just to add a little more beef to our units there. Probably end up getting another Midas touch, but I'm kind of hoping for another overinvest from them. Overinvest would be pretty big right now. Speak of the devil. And we're gonna want to grab that. We just want some more cards here. I think we still need one more farm, so that is big for us. I think we're gonna place that farm immediately. Yeah. Want to overinvest. I think we're gonna have to do it in frontly blind blues here just to give them additional benefits. Use our 30 gold the best we can. Constantly get ourselves more and more bonuses. Looks like we have a Jack of Rainbow soon coming up. In the next round or two. So hopefully we can get some good rainbow cards. Some nice drops. I'm surprised we honestly haven't run into the Chaos King yet, because he tends to appear every once in a while. We don't need any more forests, we reached our max there. The clone card we could use to get a thing to level 3 if we wanted. We could use it for more rats too, I guess. But I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna grab this, and we're gonna use it to get ourselves that last paladin card we needed. And we're just gonna keep moving on. Let me speed this up so it's not. Full trust, full send, full trust. I think we're gonna grab one of these. We'll hold on to that for now, and eventually we'll use that when these level up a little more. I thought that could go past. I guess maybe it can't. I don't know. But either way, we're gonna that's making us some good dough. Some more Midas touch on our people there. I think I need to throw Midas touch over onto the archers soon, but it's fine. This is dangerous round. These ogres in the back, very strong. So we want to make sure we're keeping this back line. It looks like we're doing pretty well. Too worried, but who knows? This can always change very quickly. Last 6. Last ones. There we go. Level up your base plot by 3 levels. Works beyond dismiss. Not bad for us. This is very good. The size, damage, and HP of your target troops double. Fantastic for our paladins. Target's HP and damage are now equal to whichever is higher. Wouldn't be bad for us to do or raising. Well, I mean, that works absolutely fantastic for our paladins. Now, we could do this though, and if this doubles our HP, and we get, 1,200. But I think we take the damage right now of equaling that out. Yeah, because it even gave us some. Oh, because each damage bonus. Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. That just worked out perfectly for us. That is amazing. Because I forgot that every damage bonus they get is also a health increase. So that just was by far the most beneficial move I think we could have made right there. Poison wouldn't be bad, considering some of our fights are going longer. I think I'm honestly going to grab that, just to get a little more. Ooh, we can get some more Seal Coat. I'm actually okay with taking refraction here, though. Refraction would be kind of nice. We can get to see what we get. Ugh. This is okay. Not the best. What do we got? Plot forever automatically triggers a Royal Council event. This is a risky card. I honestly, we kind of did not luck out here with our cards. We were really kind of hoping for that, like Gigantify or something like that. Fortunately, we got these ones. Replicator troops, they're just not great. It might be okay if we were playing a different faction, just not for this faction. Raising, just destroying a plot permanently is it's a scary thing considering we only have a limited number of plots. Like we can only ever get this one more square out, right? So if we destroy this one permanently, never get it, sucks. But getting another Royal Council event immediately after the last one, not bad for what we could get from it. And I think we're gonna attempt that. This is not bad. That's pretty bad for us right now. Gives you +9 gold multiplied by the year you're in. We are currently in year 29. And so it gives us a lot of gold. Not that we have much use for gold until we get to another shop. When's our next shop? Actually, very soon. Steel coat is very good for us too, but I want to get loan. I just want to see what we can get there. That gives us a sizable amount of money. Holy, there's just a hole in the ground. We kill this half-breed here. Did make our battle a little more chaotic, but that's alright. I think we're gonna re-roll. I don't want to re-roll too many times, but I do want to overinvest here. We're gonna take haste, put it on our paladins. Give them a bit of everything here. We're just gonna try and berate these archers in the back there. Take 2-inch damage to us. Yep, that's grouped up. Biggest damage now. Alright, good sweep. Is our archers level 3 yet? No, they are not. I think we get them to level 3 here for this lose. Alright, Jack of Magic. This is all your enchantments and like board effects and stuff. Very nice for us. Unfortunately, like with some of the things, it kind of sucks with like we don't really want to use earthworks for any of our troops because our troops have a bunch of bonuses on them. So despite it giving us the copies, allowing us like replace, we would lose all those benefits that we had. So maybe not that. This one's pretty nice. We put this on our paladins, really big. I think we're gonna grab that one. I'll take this. There's plenty of money here. We do want to be a little stingy because the price does increase pretty rapidly. I think this is always a good one for us. Brings plot back to level 1, but retains all its current stats and effects. That's not bad for us. It's also pretty good. I mean, this is always going to be good just for large soldiers there. Actually, I think we're going to do one of these. Pull this here, right? And we'll give it a reroll to see if we get anything that we kind of looking at. And I think I'm going to give this. We don't have enough to buy anything else, but we have a good amount of cards to work with here. Buff up our units considerably. I think we want to do this actually. We'll create our paladins, get a little more of them. And then I want to do... we're going to just buff the hell out of our paladins here. I think our paladins are going to become our big unit. Kind of want that to be the case. I probably should have put that Electra's, like the lightning one, onto the soldiers because we have just so many of them. But I like the thought of using them at the moment. I think we're gonna do this one. Well, we'll just do this, and then we'll do that one next. Reset them to level, or back a level is so good for us. Oh man, our paladins are sweeping. Okay. Set them back a level, but we maintain those stat buffs. Man, our paladins are doing great damage now, though. Yeah, just with all those buffs now, we've gone past. Grab the paladin thing. Team Nature is leading their final assault. All right, boss appears. We have to fight against the boss. Means we had to play all of our cards though. So we're gonna play that, get to that final level for us again. So we're back to max level, more troops. We could play this guy, or we can get rid of him for money. We'll throw him down just to have him down. There's plenty of cards that destroy a plot, but not like permanently. Just get rid of the unit on it. We can use later. So I want to get rid of these archers. They're a big problem for us. All right, this is easy peasy. Right, so this is technically the round, and then we could end there, but I like to usually continue playing. We're going to continue playing. It just gets harder and harder, like ramps the damage and like numbers of the enemies very quickly. It gives us access to this, so the more gold we have, we can just, which allows us to just, I think it's like 30 gold per plot. We can unlock plots. Obviously this one's gone permanently, but who would it be? So, I think we're going to unlock this plot, and then we're going to call it there for then. We have just these. Technically, we're going to buy that plot as well. We want to put our boars there. And if we can get our paladins to get on the boars, it would be the absolute best for us. Because paladins get on the board, that it will increase paladin stats even further, blah 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 blah. Yep, see this. Grab mortgage. We're gonna go against King of Time. See how that goes for us. Might be the undoing of our entire empire, but that's fine. Get that. We didn't really need them, and they were kind of just placeholding. They are strong. The King of Time is very strong, but unfortunately, our paladins are just stronger. Shinu Slow Tower releases a massive explosion when fully charged. Never actually seen this one. I'm kind of down to give it a try, but also giving adrenaline to our paladins would be very good as well. Getting more attack speed on them with their high damage output. Very good for us. What is their current attack speed? It just doesn't say. Okay. Oh no, hits per second is 0.4. 0.9. 1. Okay, so yeah, we definitely want to get our attack speed up. I think we're going to grab that just for the most ideal attack pace for them. Go. Wow, okay. Our people are ripping through them. I think we want to get more appropriate. Castle hits now leave a trail of fire on the ground that deals +1 damage per tick. Pretty good for us. Every plot with troops now gains +1 unit every year. That is really good for us. I think we're going to grab conscription here. Procreate. So now we're just going to keep getting more paladins. Even better for us. Not to mention all of our units have steel coat, so the first barrages that we see, we are taking less of the hits than we would have. Place your current hand with copies of your last played card. Your last played card with Procreate, so I think we're down to do that. Oh, okay, never mind. It still worked out pretty good for us. I think we're on that. Procreate them again. Our speedy paladins really be doing some work here. Want them to have that. And then with that, we'll increase it. We'll then do a 15% boost with our overinvest. Get that attack speed even higher if we can. Make these paladins broken. This is fully leveled, I believe. Yes, but we can put one there and then have even more paladins be produced, or we can buy a plot here, try to get that. I think we're gonna do that. Our soldiers need a little bit of love here. Ooh, Jack of Magic. Never mind, we might not have any money left after this. I think we're gonna grab this. Definitely want to reinforce our paladins. I don't know if they have a Midas touch on them. If not, we definitely want to put one on there for sake of that. We can give them even more attack speed per second, which isn't bad for us. This would be really good on them too. We could also get another overinvest. I think overinvest is better than what we can do with the other ones, and still leaves us enough gold to do this here. Okay, suspension. Put a farm down for those guys. This. Definitely gonna want to do an overinvest. Oh, I didn't have the money. Oops, I just wasted that overinvest. Wow. Okay. Sure, we'll do this one. Just throw it in the back there. Wonder if I had a... I think I had, as a King of Greed, a perk that allowed that to level up past max. I think that's what I'm thinking of. But it's fine still, we want more boars. I'm gonna grab this. We want to make peace with the King of... Let's do a King of Nature. I think we've thoroughly thrashed them enough. We want to overinvest again. It's too much for that reroll, so we're just gonna have to take what we got here. Single target tower attacks for each gold you gain. I think place it for now. Doesn't hurt because we have the vault. Easy peasy. I think we'll grab that adrenaline here. Okay, it's just no, the enemies are even stronger. Okay, we have enough, so let's overinvest and make our paladins even better. Jack of Chaos, we get very strong and scary. Luckily, our paladins handedly defeat them. This isn't bad for us, but not really the best one we can grab. Destroy the target plot adds its stats to all adjacent plots. This would be better for us if we had more troops next to each other. Unfortunately, we don't. Not the best for us. Clone 3 copies of the target plot. Not anything we really want to do that with right now. We don't really have the plots for it. I mean, we could do that, get rid of our vault, place the vault again. Get some more gold. Or we can do it to get our... Ooh, why don't we do that? I think that's not a bad idea, actually. We'll do this so that we can grab the portals. When we finish the portal 2 years back in time, place another portal. Do we want to do that? We'll place the adrenaline for now. And then let's do it. We probably could have done that better to like get another royal degree or something like that, but like, fine. I think we want to. This is nice. I think we do want another portal though. See if we get an additional portal later on, because this puts us at 2. Let's level this up to 2nd level. That means we only need 1 more to roll back time again. Back and destroy all adjacent plots. Target plot. Gain the sum of their levels beyond any cap. Now, we could do that for these guys, but it would destroy all of our things. But that is 9, 10 levels. So that'd put us at level 14. But I think, well, look at these. Destroy plot and give you 9 gold multiplied by the current year. That's pretty good for us. I was thinking of getting rid of our bolt anyways. Destroy target to level up 3, plus 3 random plots beyond max level. This could be pretty good for us as well. I don't think we necessarily need the gold at the moment. I feel like we can get gold some other ways. So I think we're gonna grab this, and I think we're gonna destroy this. Hey, let's see what we got here. So I think we've leveled up that. I mean, not bad. What we got upgraded. Definitely probably could have been better, but I want to reroll, and I want to reroll again. Perfect. All right. That's it. King of Spells. King of Spells is dangerous. He's actually very strong, but we're gonna do this. See how things go. I got a rebellion here. Hoping for like probably another farm. Ooh, another blacksmith. Blacksmith. An additional blacksmith for the paladin would be pretty good. And it does shoot projectiles for us at the moment. Honestly, I think we're gonna grab that for our paladin here, and we're gonna. I think we want to finish this first. Go back in time. Let's let all of our things activate again. Awesome for us. Wow. Those paladins move, huh? Or invest here. Oh, we choose again. Does this put us in another? I think it does put another in the rotation. Yes, it does. Interesting. I've not really done the back in time thing before, so this is pretty new to me, and it is definitely interesting. Look at that. We got some big health and damage on these guys. And they don't die immediately due to our steel coatings. Really holding us in there right now, I think. I think we're gonna go. It's pretty good for us. I think we're gonna grab these. Honestly, I want to hit the overvest. I'll do this, and I think overvest in that. We're also about to hit a royal decree, so little rebellion. Castle hits now, leave a trail of fire on the ground that deal plus 1 damage per tick. Not bad. Give you plus 9% of your current gold every year. That is not bad. It's 18 gold or something like that for us. It's not bad. We could do that. 18 gold per year is that would allow us to get rid of our vault, which would be very nice. Our vault only gives us 9. But we could also do 50% of your units and towers. 50% for it's like another additional 2,000 or something for our paladins in damage numbers. Not to mention the damage bonus does give us more HP. Very good. We don't need gold as much, so I think I'm gonna go with sharp blades. Which, yeah, if you look at our paladins, they're incredibly powerful. And we're just gonna make them even more so with a overinvest. King Spell's very dangerous. They have some heavy hitting units on their team. Yeah, I'm not too worried about money too. We made almost all of our money back from overinvest, so that's 30 gold. We made 29 back in just that combat, so we're doing really good. Enemies killed by barrier explode, dealing 20% of its damage to nearby foes. Not bad for us to do. Healing is always good as well, but I think we're gonna take combustion here. I want to get this up early. We really want to get our soldiers also boosting, so getting new units into them is never a bad thing. Go. There we go. I think we're gonna grab this one. Do that later. Yeah, there we go. We just gotta keep our paladins continuously growing, and wow. Wow. Okay, that was incredibly quick. I don't. Do we need two? No, we just need the one for that. We could attempt to get another paladin going. Damage buffs increase. We could put one here. Get another smaller unit going. Paladins. I think we can get rid of the rats too. They're not going to be much use for us. Put a paladin unit there. We can re-roll to see if we can get them other things like another steel coat wouldn't be bad. But I think we'll do it. Alrighty. Soldier unit. Honestly, we can put a soldier unit there. Pretty good. We'll get another soldier unit. Its stats with its rider and it pierces through the front line. Not too bad. I'm not too worried about piercing through the front line though. I mean, our paladin's taking out a back line. Wouldn't be bad either. I'm gonna grab it just for now. We'll see how it goes for us. We think we need one more boar unit, didn't we? Yes, we did. So let's grab that and max that out. I want to keep the last 63 gold. We'll see how this goes here. We're gonna do this. I think we want to buy this and that, and and then for the money we had, maybe I guess we'll get some money back when we do the mortgage. But throw these guys down there. Throw this pallet in here. Yeah, and then we'll throw the raptors in there. I mean, it would be nice to get buffs on the raptors, but I'm not too picky about what happens with them. So, okay, our paladins have reached incredible heights at this point. Let's just get us some more units. Any stat increases are preferable here, so. Wow, get it over again. This is honestly might be turning out to be the best I've ever had here, so. Let's roll this again. Current copies of, meh. I think we kind of want to. Well, we can't even reroll, so we're gonna have to just take them. These probably just end up throwing them. But I'll take a portal just in case. We might want to play it later. Make peace with. I think we'll make peace with the King of Spells. We don't necessarily need their cards. Their cards are not bad. Just if we can keep portaling and stuff and lowering our levels, lowering the year, equally as good for us. If we can use that strategically to like hit up 2 with royal decrees and stuff like that, very good. I want to get rid of the rats. I'm not gonna lie. They've been good to us. They've been good to us, but I think they've lived out their purpose now. Yeah. Steel coat. I actually kind of want to put the steel coat on our boars here. Midas touch. I want to put uh yeah, put a Midas touch on this paladins. Just another one to secure a higher chance of us getting that gold. Not a bad thing for us. Wow. I think they killed our whole back line with that. Not bad for us. Not the best. This is probably better for us. Multiplied by the current year isn't bad either. 56 times the 9. That's gets us a lot of gold. We'd be pretty much set on gold for this one. This one could work out really good for us too. I'm okay with taking this one actually. I think we're gonna place this and we'll destroy it. Kind of hoping that the max level goes to our paladins here, but if it doesn't, no harm feeling. Actually, realistically, going into the blacksmith will be the best outcome for us. Let's touch again. Declare war against. I think we'll just war against these guys again. I can't think of any nomad spells that we technically want at the moment. That's not great for us, but we'll take the other pluses here, so. King Blood. Quickly. For each dead ally, this would not be very good for us at the moment. This, however, if any of our paladins manage to die, we'll go crazy. I mean, it is possible. It is definitely possible, especially when we get into the even higher rounds. It's gonna get harder. Though the number of arrows shot by archers per hit, not really the best. 3 lives, not bad for us. Though once we're at a point where if we start losing life, we're probably gonna just not be able to recover from it. So I think I might just take the gold here for us. Place that down. Keep getting more bonuses. That's what we're after. See if we can get our aggression. Grab that. Put it on our big boys here. Get another level up on them. Get them to level 6 would be pretty fantastic. And we're starting to slow down a little bit, which is not ideal. Perfect. Grab these guys. We'll place them in here. Plus 3 units. Yeah, wow, that's some big bonuses for us. Perfect. I believe the highest round I've gotten to is 70, and that was on Peasant, which is the easiest mode, one lower than this. So if we can get to higher with this, I will be amazed. Alright. We don't really want many towers. We'll reroll to see if there's anything that comes up. A random stat of a random plot. So it's not bad. Try it, because I haven't seen it before. Might as well use it, right? Let's see. We'll give it one more reroll. Nope, nothing I want. Okay, relief. The things we were looking for was another blacksmith or another farm. Finish off those. But did not get that, so instead we'll throw this down. We'll need to get some copies of things and whatnot for that. And then I think we'll overinvest. Get them nice, big, and strong here. Use the tome cards. The tome cards tend to be just like I'm gonna grab that. I'm actually thinking of getting rid of you. Three tome cards tend to be just more of the like enchantment cards, but they're like enchantment cards. They're called tome cards specifically. I don't mind doing that to our raptors here, so do that. I think I'm gonna use expansion mode. I think we're just gonna try to purchase all of our things here. Give us as many as possible here to work with. Definitely regression those guys. I think we can put. I think we definitely want to put that there. We want to do this to that. I think there. There's some good movements here for us. The fact that we're not just blasting through anything it immediately anymore is definitely giving me a little bit of scare, but we would be definitely grab the pallet here. Okay, diplomats can now make peace with them. I think we want to make peace with the blood. He doesn't have any cards we necessarily need. I mean, this is okay. It's not the best. I think we definitely want to do this. Oh man, yeah, we're at heights I don't think I've ever seen any of my units at in any of my builds ever. Like this, these paladins are incredibly strong. This would be nice if we can get them adjacent to our paladins. There's just not really a slot I would want to give up for that. Like maybe this, but blacksmiths bouncing off onto our paladins is just fantastic at the moment. And nobody else has enchantments that I really want to duplicate. Like, yeah, putting it next to the archers is not bad for those steel, but the archers pretty much aren't doing anything. Like, they literally couldn't do damage last round because it was too busy getting finished off by the soldiers and the paladins. So, we're not too worried about that. I think we want to reroll here. Get an offering. Offerings aren't bad for us. I think right now we gotta wait though for something about get some more recruits. How many troops are we at? 190, 155 are really good paladin units here. Level up. Who doesn't have steel coat? The boars have steel coat? This paladin unit doesn't, but they're not doing anything. Our archer did get attacks in this time. The raptors have been doing stuff for us. Honestly, though, I was kind of thinking of destroying the raptors. So, I think what we're gonna do here, reroll. Yeah, grab that blacksmith. Perfect. Uh-oh, not the King of Chaos. We're gonna place that there. Get rid of our raptors. They're not doing us the most. Progression into a level up. That is very big for us. Level 7 paladin here is pretty crazy. We could move these guys, but that isn't the most helpful for us, unfortunately. I think mitigation, migration, oh my god, mitigation. Migration is going to be thrown out. It's not ideal for any of our troops. I think we're just going to put even more chance to get gold from that one. I think we'll toss that for 9 gold. Alright, let's see how we do against the King of the Jack of Chaos. Wow. Right. Destroy target plot and give you 3 chaos cards. It's pretty good. Destroy target plot adds its stats to all adjacent plots. Like, again, if it wasn't for the adjacent plots for this guy being these, absolutely could do that, and then we would have these massive armies here. Here you have chaos cards. Honestly, we might want to even reroll here. There's one that I kind of want to go for the grab, but I think we'll give it one reroll. See what we get here. Brings plot back to level 1, but retains all its stats for effects. That's pretty good for us. This is what I was talking about. This would go. Now that I think about it, though, I think actually the overall bonuses from the chaos regression are actually better than this chaos over invest. But these would only specific things, I guess. But this is all stats, right? Which would increase like our attack speed, which, would be kind of nice. Not to mention we are doubling that on health aspects, so not bad for us. Because we also don't currently have 999 gold. And whether we can get that anytime soon is also a question. We then also additionally we have to get paladins for this one, but there's also other ways to level it up. I think we go the chaos over best then. And then we're gonna try to see if we can get our gold up. Levels up 1 plot beyond max level, no cap. So that's pretty nice. Oh, I didn't even realize we had the chaos clone. We should have gone with the Gresh. Just level this guy up. But we can also level up this here, or kind of do want to get this leveled up, but I wouldn't want to use. Actually, what am I talking about? This, right? This, this. And now those are. We have a big chance of randomly doing stuff on everyone. Do a lot of random stuff here. Get a big bonus on all of our troops. Do Nomad, see if he has anything useful that we might want. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Let's see. I think we're gonna do this one. Just get that in another level. It's very good for us. See here, King of Spells, putting up a decent fight for us. I don't even know if there's even much of a point in this fire. I don't think you can heal enough. And these guys, I think we'd rep this. If we have a useless plot later on, we can get rid of it. More chance to create gold. We want as much gold as possible. We want to get to that 99 so we can really up our unit. Perfect. Okay. Let me grab this one. Giving all of our that's pretty good for us. All treasure chests are turned into rainbow chests. Would have been good before. Is 9 gold multiplied by the current year. This would get us enough for overinvest. I think we do that one. Because then we can chaos overinvest these guys. Man, that's big for us. Very big. No. Absolutely just swamped into that, and then that's over to them. We want to grab this wild card. Now we have 2 of those random temples. Very good for us. King Breed's stood no chance. Grab ourselves an overinvest, and let's actually we're gonna throw this one down just to get some money flowing here. Then we can destroy that when it hits level 3. Just to get additional gold with our or sorry, some additional tomes and upgrades for our units here. This one's pretty good for us. This works with our paladins freaking amazingly. It's adjacent, unfortunately, so it's not really the best thing. I kind of like the gotcha. Um, this is kind of too late in the game for mycelium, really. So, we'll Jack of Arms. Let's see if we can get magic here. No. Oh, nope. Oh, just those 2. Okay. I think we're good. I want to place the gotcha in the corner there. You're level 2, so 1 more, and then you're good. I want to place do this one first, and we'll overinvest after that to get the maximum output there. I mean, whatever. I'm not doing the math, man. I'm not that good. Ooh, taking some damage. I think we're kind of done with these people. Definitely want to take. We'll take this one. You've max value for us now. I don't need you anymore. Definitely with this card that's big for us. Level that up. Definitely press them. Key there, and we'll hit it off at the end with our overinvestment. Oh, we definitely took some considerable damage there. I think we're gonna want to do. Let's see if we can find anything we want here. Then we'll just hit an adrenaline and gonna be done with that. We make peace with the King of Spells. They're too dangerous for us right now. Too dangerous. Overinvest. Need our paladins here. Even bigger boost to all those. Still need 1 more for gotcha. Need the level up card. Oh, we might be able to get that here in the rebellion. I think it's a rebellion card. I think both of these are maxed. I need 1 more farm. I don't really need the farm though, so we can do a little bit of surfing here. Whatever, we'll just take this. Finish off that, get our max level stuff. We're at 218 troops there. Ooh, and Nomad's done. Okay, perfect. Get another shield. The dragon gets 20% charge each time a plot is destroyed. That would have been better earlier. I wonder, let's see what else we can get here. Sword is pretty big for us. I gotta grab that. The chaos has increased, the enemies are stronger. That's scary. Where's her? Oh, and we lose. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about though, when it's like, yeah, when we lose, you just lose. Like, this could just be the beginning of the end for us. Close up all plots down to targets beyond. Let's see. So if we did this one, it would do all of our troops beyond, which isn't bad. Could also do this to do that. But I kind of want to hit these guys here. The level up for them is pretty big, and that gets us to, well, but they're not beyond max yet. So I think I'm gonna do Gigantify. We're gonna double their current stats, which is already crazy. And also get rid of this. We only have one life though, so we gotta make sure we live this one. So I think we're gonna Gigantify. I should have done the tome. Frick. Alright, we'll see. Hopefully we live. Wow, they're... No. Yeah, like I said, everything gets just... At some point it gets too strong for you to do anything against. But that is by far the farthest I've ever made it. I mean, that is technically 83 years that we played. So, beat my PR by 13, which is actually crazy. And unfortunately, I think this stream has turned into a one run kind of stream because that was almost an hour and a half. But that's just, we did amazing. I think we showed off pretty much all of the things that I've at least witnessed in the game. A couple of cards that I have never played before or even gone interacted with, like the portal, I don't think I've ever used before. So ideally, we've done some new things and had some fun there. Got our cool little stats at the end. It's like not a lot as much gold as I thought we had earned throughout the entirety of that. Spells used, constructions built. We didn't build that many. Plots leveled up to 50 is pretty good here. It's crazy to think about the amount of damage that we've hit with some of our units here. Units killed, units trained 815. That makes a lot of sense. Look at the plots here, so full with units. I don't think we could have survived there, but at that round we could have done the tome, which would have given us more upgrades. But I don't think it would have been enough. They just kind of swept us. So I think to elongate runs like this is it's just using portals very effectively to like reduce your levels and re-hit the things that you need. So I don't know. But I think we did pretty great. Our paladins were incredibly buffed, so I don't know how much else we really could have done there. And then we've unlocked perks now, so we like Cirque, all nothing cards start with 10% attack speed is pretty good. Those blessing effects, interesting. Yep, and we could just go back to the main menu and we can start another run if we wanted to. Unfortunately, though, like I said, that's going to be the end of this. That was very fun. I love this game. This was the first episode in our series, and I popped off and did pretty good with the run, so I'm going to be happy with that. The next game, however, we are going to be playing, let me check, is... is I have a funny one. I honestly, it's like one of those ones I got because it just kept showing up, and we'll see how it goes. I don't really have high hopes for that game that will get very far in it. I think it'll be a fun time. We can do some funny things, but that's one of the ones that could go either way on how far we get in it. But we got to do a pretty good run in Nine Kings. Very fun game. Do recommend if you get the chance to play it. It's not free, unfortunately, but it is really cool. Has a lot of replayability. It's a lot of cool cards. I love the sound effects personally and the art style. That'll be all. Have a nice night.